Okay, so I'm going to apologize in advance because you guys know I'm notoriously known for butchering people's names. But Josina Anderson no longer works for ESPN. And this move happened a couple of days ago. And it left the sports community shocked and awed. No one saw this coming. This came totally from left field. Now, Josina Anderson or ESPN has not officially released a statement concerning this move, but a lot of people are conspiracy theories. They got their aluminum tinfoil hats on, and particularly on social media, people are pointing to the incident with Myles Garrett, what she tweeted on Twitter, and they felt like that got her in a lot of hot water. Now, ESPN, she was always on good standings with ESPN with that incident, and she even apologized about that tweet. And she was always also on good standings with the Cleveland Browns organization as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Okay, it was no fire and brimstone type of moment there. Okay, but nevertheless, people are pointing to that. I have my own theory on why she's no longer working at ESPN, but let's just do a quick background on Josina Anderson. She was a specialist on ESPN, particularly on their NFL platforms. She had a great connection with current and former NFL players, agents, as well as coaches. She was very respected in the NFL community, and she got tons of sources, and she was breaking stories left to right. Now, I did see the interview where she interviewed Odell Beckham Jr. Thought that was a pretty good piece. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I feel like she also interviewed Lil Wayne. I didn't see this interview, but I was reading an article, and they was pointing to that she did do an interview with Lil Wayne. I didn't see it. I'll probably look it up on YouTube. Okay, now Josina Anderson is not going to be unemployed because that's a hot commodity, and she will be picked up like that by the NFL Network, Fox Sports 1. They are always looking for new talent, and particularly with sports personalities, they pretty much go into the ESPN roster and purge their talent and then import them on Fox Sports 1, okay? Which I've done tons of videos about that. I'm not going to get into what I thought. Anyway, we're just going to move along, make this so this video could be a lot more shorter. And she's going to get a job real fast, real quick. I can see her doing her own thing, having her own podcast. Okay, I could even see her doing that. Okay, now, my theory is the real. I don't know if this is the real reason, but I feel like due with the COVID-19, the coronavirus, there's really not a lot to talk about in the sports landscape. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, the biggest story a lot of sports commentators and journalists were talking about was The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary, and a lot of people were making storylines about the documentary to have a filler on their sports shows and on their podcasts and radio shows. Okay. Now that has pretty much gone away. There's not a ton of things to talk about concerning the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the uncertainty on Major League Baseball even having a season this year. When it comes to the NBA, they're talking about starting the second half of the season next month. None of that is in concrete where, we can look at a date and say, okay, this is when they're going to be able to start. And the NFL hasn't even talked about, is it going to be business as normal with the NFL, or are they going to reduce their salary? A lot of people are anticipating the fall because a lot of doctors and scientists are pointing to the fall that we may have a second wave of the coronavirus, and the second wave is going to be as worse than the first initial wave. And I feel like a lot of businesses, corporations, and yes, leagues are hesitant on starting their season only to suspend it or end it in the fall. Okay, so everyone is kind of waiting to see what transpires when you talk about that fall. That fall period. Is the coronavirus going to have a second wave? And they're trying to get some more stats and research concerning that before they can perceive and move on. All right. So, like I said earlier, a lot of businesses are struggling and they're reducing salary and payroll. And I feel like that's the real reason why Josina Anderson does not have a job with ESPN. And I also feel like ESPN, Fox, all the major sports networks are going to reduce their salary, because, they too have been hurt with and affected by the coronavirus outbreak. Okay, so I think that's why this move was made. Josina Anderson didn't, fell out with ESPN or vice versa. I just feel like it's just one of those moves where it was more about business, okay? And this move happened when Jason Whitlock couldn't renegotiate a contract with Fox Sports 1. I did 2 videos about that. You guys can go check that out. I'm not going to go into full details about those videos on this topic, but I think that's what happened to Josina Anderson. All right, and like I said, she's a bright talent, and any network will be happy to have her, because of her connections with the NFL. All right, so I feel like this, if she wants a job, she can get it right now, but I'm pretty sure she's weighing her options on her next move, and she's not rushing into nothing. And there's a bidding war, even though people do not want to believe this or not, there is a bidding war for Josina Anderson, okay? So I can see her with the NFL Network, NBC Sports, or CBS Sports. I feel like those are the front runners. More than likely, Fox is going to overpay and hire the services of Josina Anderson because she's got that ESPN. When you look at your history of employment, you worked at ESPN, that automatically gets you in at Fox. Because Fox they want to purge all of ESPN's talent. Okay, so anyway, that's all I got for today's topic. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, and I'm up out of here. Deuces.